Evening marks the close of day. Skies of blue begin to gray. Crimson hues are fading in the west. Evening ever brings to me dreams of days that used to be, memories of those I love the best. When shadows fall and trees whisper day is ending, my thoughts are ever wending home. When the crickets call, my heart is forever yearning, once more to be returning home. When the hills conceal the setting sun, stars begin a-peeping one by one. Night covers all, and though fortune may forsake me, sweet dreams will ever take me home. When the hills conceal the setting sun, stars begin a-peeping one by one. Night covers all, and though fortune may forsake me, sweet dreams will ever take me home. It's a beautiful little reminiscence song written in 1931. And I want to do a disclaimer right now. Dr. Uke does have an arrangement of this, and it's in the key of C, which is what mine is in, but he does not have the intro to it. And we do a couple of different things in it. He has a D minor in there where I have Fs, and but I just went over there. After I started an arrangement, I always go over to see if Dr. Uke has it, because why replicate something, right? But he didn't have the introduction. And so what you can do if you want to try Dr. Uke's page as well, you can merge them together because they are in the same key. The difference being I have this chromatic walk down with the intro, which he does not have. So now if you're new to bar chording or movable chord shapes, a movable chord shape is a shape where you are controlling all four strings, okay? And you can move it around anywhere on the fretboard. And it's a chord that sounds right because you are using proper shapes, just in different locations. If you think about a piano and you're making a chord here and you keep that same shaped hand, you move it up here, it makes the same chord. Same as on a stringed instrument. It's just that our hands end up looking like this when they're making a chord. So if you're just starting bar chords, this is a good song that would actually be to start on, because we're just going to use an F shape, and the hardest part will be with this is training these other fingers, because we rely on this pointer finger so much. And to bar chord, we have to use our pointer as our bar, and now normally we would make an F with these two fingers, right? But this guy's going to be busy barring, so excuse my French here, but we got to use these two fingers to make our F. We got to put these into working, and that's going to be the trickiest part, is getting them to get the connection from the brain to the hand, okay? So if you think about making an F with those two fingers, there's an F. But we're going to slide that all the way up so that this bar can go on the 7th fret. And most of our ukuleles have a side marker. Mine doesn't have one at the 5th, but many have it as the 5th and the 7th. Mine just has one at the 7th there, but that's where we're going to start, is bar at the 7th making an F shape. And that's a C chord. And I don't want to go into all the details of why it's a C chord, but it has the right notes there to make a C chord. But it's not shaped like the C chord we know, is it? But listen to that. Okay, we hear it. So we're going to start there, and we're just going to walk down bar by bar, by fret by fret by fret, making that same shape. So evening marks the close of day, skies of blue begin to gray, crimson hues are fading to the west. Now the next chord up is a C, and we're going to make what I call an A shape right here, except we got to use these two middle fingers, make an A, and here we got a B flat, here we have a B, and we have a C. So we have that walk down where it goes fading in the west, and a C sharp diminished, which is 3 4 3 4, and a G7 here, which is a F7 shape. And then we're going to put our pinky in the game and slide it up to that note. That's called a G7 sharp 5 or a G7 augmented, I believe. Then we start it all over again. So we're right back here again at the 7th fret, making that F shape for a C chord. Evening ever brings to me dreams of days that used to be, memories of those I love the best. Down to a C diminished, back to a C. And that's where we start the intro, or the song. And this is where, if you pick up the Dr. Uke page, this is where you'll start with his sheet, okay? But with my sheet, we're going to start out with this C chord. When shadows fall, to a B7. That's a barred A7 shape. Fall. Now here comes the trickiest chord probably in the whole group, and that is because it banks on you knowing how to use an E flat or an E shape, which is like a D. We're going to cover all three of those strings, right? Like it's a D. Here's a D, right? It's 2 2 2 2 open. But we slide it up, and there's an E flat. We slide it up one more. There's an E. We slide it up one more. There's an F. And the reason why I'm making the F there instead of here, although it would work there, is because I can control that pulsing sound, okay? So we're going, when shadows fall and trees whisper day is, back to a C, to a G7 ending, back to an F, my thoughts are ever wending home. Okay, the rest is kind of repetitious, except for the one you get to an F minor 6. And an F minor 6, if you bar at the 1st fret, and then you're going to use your middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So you got this. And then the next string, and then you're going to use your ring finger on the 1st string, 1st fret, or 3rd fret, excuse me. So it sounds like this. And this is where we can get that kind of pulsy feel, like your day is just plodding along, okay? Night is coming and it's just, the clock is ticking. That's why I like this pulse here, because it's going to go, I'll start up just a little bit so we can segue into it, okay? Once more to be returning home. Here comes that F minor 6. When the hills conceal the setting sun. Here comes that F minor 6 again. We're just pick it up, slide it down, and make that shape again. Stars begin a-peeping. Here comes a G sharp 7, okay? If you think about your G7 shape being like this, it's open, 2, 1, 2. We're going to slide it up, and you could play those first 3 strings and then slide it down. But if you bar it right there, which is how we're doing all these other chords, we got our G sharp 7. 1 by to a G7, 1 back up to a C. Night covers all, and though fortune may forsake me, sweet dreams will ever take me home. C diminished up to a C6, 5 7 5 7. Have fun with the song. This is a great one for bar according to practice around, you know. And that's the thing, is you want to play your ukulele. I don't want to work my ukulele, do you? I've already got a job. Who needs another job when they come home? I like to have fun with this thing. And so don't be afraid to make a little noise. And sometimes when you make noise, it sounds weird. It might sound wrong. But what you're doing is you're discovering things. So have fun with this walk down. You can move this all around. You can move it up higher. And you can do this on a soprano. You've got enough frets. As a matter of fact, that's how I wrote the arrangement, was on my soprano. This is a concert neck soprano's body, so it's a long neck soprano. So there's a little more space here. But you can play this on a soprano, no problem, okay? And so yeah, just we got the walk down, and you can move it up to an A shape. You can do it. You can do it one finger just to get used to it. Okay. Have fun. Don't be afraid to make um, noise with the ukulele. Have fun with the noise. There's a lot of arrangements of this that do not have the introduction. You can find lots of them on YouTube. One that is really fun to watch is a man named Johnny Crawford, who was Mark McCain on the TV show The Rifleman. And matter of fact, he played guitar and sang on the show a couple of times as a teenager. Now it's sad to say he has Alzheimer's. And but if you look on YouTube and go for Johnny Crawford, Johnnny Crawford, Crawford, and type in home, that video will probably pop up. He's on TV when he's probably in his 30s, and he performs the song with the introduction. So you'll be able to kind of hear the jazz chording he uses, and we kind of mimic that a little bit with that chromatic walk down. We get the jazz tones or feel to it. So have fun with the song, and like I say, my sheet is a framework for fun. Feel free to merge it up with Dr. Uke's song sheet. I'm pretty sure his is in the key of C anyway. If I'm not, it won't work, but I'm pretty sure his is. Just have a great day. Have fun with the song. Go to UkesterBrown.com and get that song sheet.